The official recommendation for adult physical fitness is 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity every single week. For anyone managing a full-time job, a commute, or a family, failing to hit that number is a near constant source of low-level guilt. For years, the science dictated that to even begin counting toward that weekly goal, you had to move continuously for at least 10 minutes. Any burst of effort shorter than that was written off as biologically useless. If your daily schedule was packed to the minute, finding those uninterrupted 10-minute blocks felt impossible. The assumption was clear. If you couldn't block out the time, you were stuck absorbing the severe health risks of a sedentary lifestyle. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services quietly dismantled that standard. In the second edition of the Physical Activity Guidelines, they completely eliminated the 10-minute requirement. Every minute of movement now officially counts. Modern wearable technology forced this revision. By passively tracking millions of hours of everyday movement, researchers uncovered a highly efficient health strategy hiding in plain sight, one that requires zero gym equipment. The obstacle to a longer life is not a lack of free time. It is a misunderstanding of how the human body measures and logs physical stress. Clinical researchers refer to this newly recognized strategy as VILPA, vigorous intermittent lifestyle physical activity. These are brief, sporadic bursts of high-intensity effort, lasting just 1 to 2 minutes. They happen naturally during daily chores, your busy commute, or quick errands. A massive study utilizing the UK Biobank dataset proved exactly how powerful these short bursts are. Researchers strapped wearable fitness trackers onto over 25,000 adults who specifically identified as non-exercisers, tracking their everyday routines. This chart plots mortality risk against daily VILPA minutes. As micro-movements increase, risk takes a steep dive. At exactly 4.4 minutes, just 3 to 4 daily microbouts, data shows a 40% drop in all-cause and cancer mortality and 50% in cardiovascular mortality. By injecting these tiny, intense spikes of effort into a normal routine, these non-exercisers were rapidly improving their cardiorespiratory fitness. They were triggering the physiological adaptations of high-intensity interval training, or HIIT, entirely outside of a gym environment. Skeptics in the medical community immediately pointed to reverse causation bias. They argued that naturally fit, healthy people simply walk faster and take the stairs out of habit, which would artificially inflate the survival data. To test this, analysts applied e-values, a specialized statistical tool used to stress test datasets. The results showed that unmeasured, hidden health advantages were incredibly unlikely to cause a mortality drop of this magnitude. Follow-up surveys confirmed the behavior of the participants. Over 82% of the subjects maintained their exact same non-exerciser status throughout the study period. They didn't suddenly take up jogging, they just kept living their normal lives. To be absolutely certain, researchers cross-referenced these findings with the U.S. and Haynes study, analyzing the daily habits of over 3,200 American adults. The American subjects who accumulated just 5.3 microbouts of intense movement, adding up to barely over a minute of total daily effort, exhibited a 44% lower risk of all-cause mortality. A 40% drop in mortality across 2 separate continents is not an observational fluke or a byproduct of good genetics. It is a verified biological response to microdoses of intense daily stress. The location of your workout does not matter. The intensity of your movement dictates the health benefit. Public health initiatives, like the government's Move Your Way campaign, are translating this clinical data into a highly actionable rule. Every single minute of elevated heart rate counts toward your survival. You can trigger this response by making minor adjustments to a mundane commute, power walking from your car to the office, or rapidly taking a set of stairs instead of the elevator starts the clock. The opportunities are built right into your home life. Carrying heavy grocery bags without a cart, walking briskly up a steep hill in your neighborhood, or engaging in high-energy play with your children all qualify. If you have a history of inactivity, the clinical safety guideline is to start low and go slow. Your body needs time to adapt to brief spikes in heart rate. But this strategy is highly inclusive. It is heavily recommended for older adults and individuals managing chronic conditions, precisely because it does not require sustained, exhausting cardiovascular effort. Our bodies are designed to handle and recover from high-intensity demands. Even after severe structural trauma, like a tibial plateau fracture, the clinical goal remains the restoration of full muscle strength and function. This highlights that maintaining functional power is a core requirement for our health, even when the body is under repair. Elite health and longevity are not locked behind expensive gym memberships or hours of free time. The minimum effective dose of fitness is waiting for you in the 1 to 2 minute margins of your everyday life.